A gracious evening to you all, dear viewers. Thank you for joining us today on Prime News over My Media Prime TV. It is the 14th day of April 2023, and I am Eileen for presentation. Some business sites and homes in Simbok in the Yaoundé, Cameroon's political capital city, have been demolished following a land tussle between two landlords. The displaced population in pain say they were not informed nor guided on the process leading to the demolition. Bo Elvis has details in the following report.
Pain and desperation on the faces of these women whose homes and business sites have been demolished following a legal decision. I came in the morning ready to sell my goods. The landlord told us that demolition was about to take place, and I told him we want to remove our goods, and then they agreed. We succeeded to remove what we could. This worship center, known as the Prophetic Trumpet Ministry, was also demolished, and the Christians of the denomination are confused about their next step.
Sommes réveillés ce matin, on a constaté qu'on a cassé notre église. Nous étions ici hier, on a fait.
We came this morning and discovered that our church structure has been demolished. We had service just yesterday, and it is just a few weeks back, on April the 2nd, that we paid 6 months of rents.
Récupérer les fonds du bailleur de 6 mois.
Some sources on ground indicate that the outgoing landlord was informed, although tenants say they are not at the same level of information. The family of the outgoing landlord say they will face the courts to claim back their land. All efforts to get the incoming landlord were futile, yet we gathered from the Mendong Janama religion that the action was legal as they received instructions from the hierarchy to supervise the process.
Let's now talk health. The regional delegate for public health for the Northwest region has warned the population of that part of the country against consuming nature called medicine, noting that it has killed 6 children of less than 5 years old. He revealed the information in a press release signed on the 13th of April 2023. Ewane reports.
The population of Bamenda in the Northwest region have been warned against the consumption of a medication called Nsungkikang, which is supposedly illegal and harmful to the human body. The information was made known through a press release signed on Wednesday, April 13, 2023, by the Northwest Regional Delegate for Public Health, Dr. Kingsley Che. According to the release, a total of 6 children below 5 years of age have died in a health facility after having consumed the Nsungkikang syrup supposed to have been manufactured by fracking. Going by the release, the population is on this note called upon to avoid consuming this syrup if it is in their possession and to take it to the nearest health facility for subsequent destruction, because neither is the drug authorized for marketing in Cameroon, nor is it source authorized for operation in the country. The health delegate through the release also discourages buying of medication from roadsides or illegal medicine stores and that its consumption may be dangerous. He ends by urging the population to always purchase their medications from authorized health facilities in order to avoid unforeseen circumstances.
Now let's talk about the fight against maternal and neonatal mortality. The results of the 2022 activities of the Adamawa Health Check Program have been presented by the heads of the regional branch. As Joingong reports, the program has greatly helped to reduce maternal mortality rates in the region. Take a listen.
The maternal mortality rate has greatly dropped in the Adamawa region within the last 1 year. This information was confirmed by the regional chief of the Adamawa Health Check Program. Declarations made on April 12 at the end of the annual evaluation meeting for the year 2022 for the Adamawa Regional Station.
Cette réunion est d'une importance capitale parce que
this meeting is of high importance because for each intervention, we have to sit and evaluate to see the level of work to be done in order to have the best results possible.
pour les années futures.
Following reports presented by the different regional stakeholders of the health check program, it was revealed that with an objective of 60,621 women to be registered in the year 2022, 38,938 women were eventually registered, making a total of 64%.
À ce jour, nous avons un taux d'enrôlement de 64%.
At this time, we are at 64% registration rate, 48% birth rate, and 0% maternal death rate, with 6.72% neonatal death rate.
De 6,72 pour 1000.
During the meeting, it was revealed that 113 health campaigns were covered in the context of the program in all health districts of the region, making a total health coverage of 54%.
Les chefs de district, à la suite de la réunion, ont pris des recommandations.
District heads have been drilled on how to ameliorate their various services in their districts.
Enceinte chèque santé.
Implemented since June 2015, the health check program in the Adamawa region has already registered 159,804 pregnant women, with over 110,000 deliveries assisted by well-qualified medical personnel.
In more health news, Cameroon's Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manahoda Malashi, has proceeded to the launch of the universal health coverage in Manjo, a locality in Betwa East region of Cameroon. The launch saw the presence of representatives from international organizations, development partners, as well as the population of Betwa, which came out massively to welcome the initiative. Catherine Ekongwe tells us more.
In a bid to provide quality health care to the population of Betwa in particular and Cameroon at large, the government, through the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manahoda Malashi, has proceeded with the launching of the first phase of the Universal Health Campaign in Manjo, a locality in Betwa East region of Cameroon. The campaign, which has taken place in Manjo, aims at providing quality health care to mostly pregnant women, children aged from 0 to 49 months, HIV patients, tuberculosis patients, just to name but these. The launch of the universal health coverage will cover all 10 regions of the country, and it aims at providing quality health care to the population, especially pregnant women, children from 0 to 49 months, HIV patients, tuberculosis patients, and others. As a beneficiary to this universal health campaign, these inhabitants of Betwa have applauded the initiative of the government. We are happy and ready to accompany the Minister of Health in this initiative. It is a good initiative that the government has taken, and I will want to applaud it. The campaign, which has been launched at the regional hospital in Betwa, will see the reception and registration of patients, after which the data will be transferred to the regional delegation of public health for the East region. We are honored to have the Minister of Health here with us to launch the universal health coverage. The regional hospital of Betwa is ready to receive and register as many Cameroonians who will show up, and it will be totally free. As for the enrollment, everyone will be enrolled, even though the first phase of the enrollment concerns mostly pregnant women, patients of dialysis, as well as HIV patients. Once everyone's medical history is in the system, it will be very much easy to partition the patients according to the laid down categories. Meanwhile, the beneficiaries are expected to come along with their birth certificates or marriage certificates, national identity card or school identity card for students, living certificates for foreigners, and many others.
Away from health news, selected Cameroonian MPs and senators in charge of the diaspora and cross-border cooperation have held talks with Congolese ambassador to Cameroon, His Excellency Nsungkikang Daniel. The parliamentary delegation led by Honorable Louis-Henri Ngacha exchanged ideas on how to encourage diaspora investment in the Semak region. Bo Elvis once again.
Parliamentary Network for the Diaspora, Decentralized and Cross-Border Cooperation is concerned about the need to solve the problems of the Central African sub-region diaspora so as to help boost growth in Semak countries. This meeting with Congolese ambassador to Cameroon focused on the need to revive debate on diaspora issues. We discussed today on how to work together while waiting for the necessary technical support needed to help us work together. We will work with our colleagues to put in place all what is necessary. The growth of every country depends on its human capital, and this human capital is capitalized by lobbying and working in synergy for a sustainable development to be achieved. The network wants a common vision for Central African states.
Today we are here to look at the way forward, how we can have networking with other parliamentarians of our sub-region in order to fulfill our heads of state dream of mobilizing and mutualizing our efforts as a monetary and economic region.
The Congolese ambassador to Cameroon is ready to accompany this initiative until it bears fruits.
Qui a une expérience déjà très forte, bien entendu.
They have a rich experience which is progressing on how to handle diaspora-related needs and how to support them realize projects back home.
Et peuvent porter à nos pays, et de même comment nous pouvons soutenir et les encourager à venir avoir réalisé des projets dans notre sous-région.
The two parties agreed to continue the exchanges in order to find the best way to combine their efforts for the diaspora's impact to be felt.
Some women and young girls from the Northwest region have been empowered to become self-sufficient and equipped towards building strong families, develop strong support systems, and serve as role models. This was at a capacity building seminar organized by Girls on Hills at the Bamenda Women's Empowerment Center. Charles Kebwa reports from Bamenda.
The young girls and women from the Northwest at the Bamenda Women's Empowerment Center in a capacity building seminar April 13, 2023, organized by Girls on Hills Go. Like said, give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. On the theme, Youth That Strive, going out content with what they can offer for themselves, Madame Lumraina, founder of Girls on Hills organization, said, bringing girls together, share their best practices, experiences as adolescents, will act as role models to ladies, make informed choices to better their lives and that of their communities.
We talked on contentment as a skill, educating the girls to be contented with what they have and not be moved with, the social media pressures and societal pressures and want to have things that they have not come of age to be able to afford. So we had contentment as a skill. We also had relationship and friendship skills where we through the girls on how to create sustainable relationships that is going to cut across posterity, that is going to benefit their children and their children's children's children. And we came out with some of the tips of making friendship.
The capacity building seminar through experiences interactive with contentment as a skill empower young girls and women become self-sufficient and equipped.
Informed and more contented about who they are, what they are, and more determined to invest in themselves, especially to be what they desire to be.
Achieving their dreams and lead productive lives. To some participants, going back in reach, smart and bold to make informed decisions.
Things that I thought I knew, but I did not actually know clearly, like especially in the aspect of friendship. I thought making friends is something very easy. You just meet somebody, you say hi, you greet, you laugh, and later on we are friends. But I've come to know that friendship is way more than that. And it's very important to have a healthy friendship because your friendship determines your life in a greater proportion. That parents are supposed to be inculcating in us that ability to be contented with what we have. We should be happy with what they can afford for us, but we used to neglect it like it was just a normal day life to everybody. But from the meeting of today, it has helped me to know that though it is something that our parents used to teach us at home, like children growing up, but in our day-to-day life, in our activities of the day, following the trends with the new era, we need to be content with what we have in order not to divert and begin to look for other sources that at the end will not be good or sources that are not.
The capacity building seminar by Girls on Hills Go ended with a practical demonstration and training empower the young girls and women, evolve while build strong support system and serving as role model.
Now back to health. The month of April is Sexually Transmitted Infections Awareness Month. According to the World Health Organization, more than 30 different bacteria, viruses and parasites are known to be transmitted through sexual contact, while some treatable STIs can also be transmitted from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth and breastfeeding. Others have no cure and are rapidly creating a global health burden. Bokengo Worthy completes that story.
HIV and AIDS, genital herpes, chlamydia, syphilis, pubic lice, gonorrhea, genital warts, bacterial vaginosis, pelvic inflammatory disease, human papillomavirus and more are some sexually transmitted infections plaguing more than 500 million people aged 15 to 49 years old worldwide, including pregnant women. According to data from the World Health Organization, more than 1 million sexually transmitted infections are acquired daily around the world. Worthy of note is the fact that most sexually transmitted infections bear no symptom at all. Nonetheless, data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says sufferers may experience pelvic pain, sore throat, nausea, fever, milky discharge, abdominal pain, spotting between periods for women, painful intercourse and more, ranging from mild to severe with regards to the infection. With the human papillomavirus infection accounting for over 300,000 cervical cancer deaths yearly and the transmission of syphilis causing over 350,000 adverse birth outcomes around the world, as well as chlamydia being the most common STI worldwide. According to the World Health Organization, sexually transmitted infections have been linked to having direct impact to one's sexual life, increased risks of infertility, cancers, pregnancy complications, most especially social stigmatization. To this regard, vaccination, staying clear of alcohol and drugs before sex, practicing mutual monogamy, sticking to one sexual partner, abstinence, together with getting tested, are recommended methods by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to help prevent sexually transmitted diseases worldwide, bearing in mind that drug resistance accounts for the global burden of the infection, while others have no cure.
Bokengo Worthy reporting there. Now for our African news updates, Julian Dambi takes us to South Africa, Senegal and Angola. Take a view.
We begin in South Africa, where a fugitive who faked his own death in a prison break that embarrassed the authorities has been arrested and extradited from Tanzania. According to reports, the convict, Thabo Bester, convicted for life in prison in 2012 for rape and murder, escaped from a privately run prison in South Africa in May last year. But South African police only found out last month he had escaped from prison. Police had believed he was dead after he set himself on fire behind bars, but results from DNA tests of ash remains found in his cell belonged to someone else. Meanwhile, in Angola, a UN report has alleged recent migrant worker expulsions from Angola have led to human rights violations, including rape and other forms of violence against Congolese women and children. Angola, the oil-rich southern African nation, had deported thousands of workers in recent months, according to UN figures, echoing previous purges over the past 12 years, during which abuses also occurred, according to human rights groups. The number of latest abuse cases is, however, unknown. And now, Bayern Munich striker, Senegalese international footballer Sadio Mane will be absent from the Munich squad for the Bundesliga match against Hoffenheim tomorrow Saturday due to a heated argument with his teammate Leroy Sané on Tuesday after the match against Manchester City. After a 3-0 defeat in Manchester against City, it is said Mane reproached Sané about the way he addressed him on an action at the end of the game